There's a certain kind of silence that speaks louder than any words ever could. And Meghan Markle, she's mastered it. Take the so-called moon bump theory. The idea that Meghan faked her pregnancies using a prosthetic belly. It's been floating around the public for years. But recently, something shifted. Something loud came from that silence. Christopher Boozy, the self-declared internet defender of Meghan and the face of the Sussex Squad, finally spoke out. And, not with a tweet, with a full-blown defense article in Newsweek, he claimed Meghan's life is a nightmare because of conspiracy theories like this. Here's the twist. That's the first time someone from her inner circle has publicly admitted the rumors even exist. That changes the whole game. For years, if you noticed the disappearing bump, the weird belly folds, or how it moved unnaturally, you were branded as hateful, or worse, racist. But now, Boozy just said the quiet part out loud. And instead of ending the conversation, he lit a match. Let's talk about Boozy. This isn't some neutral guy weighing in. This is the same man who accused Princess Catherine of faking her cancer video, the same one who mocked William's looks, and called the royal couple North Korean propaganda. Now we're supposed to believe he's the voice of reason? Please. This feels like PR damage control, but it's backfiring. Because now, the mainstream media is watching. The Daily Mail picked it up. Even Megyn Kelly admitted she used to dismiss the theory. But after that viral twerking pregnancy video, she started to wonder. That clip, meant to be playful, had the opposite effect. It didn't calm critics. It multiplied them. Even people who avoided the topic started squinting a little harder. And let's not pretend this is random backlash. Meghan had so many chances to speak up. She could have released a hospital photo, a real birth certificate, or just explained the timeline, but she dodged every opportunity. And now, we get emotional stories instead of facts. Boozy wants us to believe Meghan is enduring cruelty beyond reason, that all doubts are rooted in hate. But that narrative falls apart when you look at her choices. Because the critics? They're not just trolls. They're doctors, journalists, former fans. The moon bump theory isn't about race. It's about transparency. It's about bizarre inconsistencies, mysterious staffing changes, and a birth so secretive even the palace seemed lost. And the more Boozy gaslights the public, the more people wake up. This isn't a fringe conspiracy. It's now front-page news. Boozy thought his article would make Meghan look like the victim. Instead, it made people ask, if there's nothing to hide, why not just show the truth? Because when your biggest defender is also your most aggressive troll, that's not strength. That's a warning sign. Christopher Boozy has made a name by playing the victim while throwing mud at everyone else. He isn't just a fan. He was featured in Meghan and Harry's Netflix doc, as if he were unbiased. But he's far from neutral. His comments about William's appearance, Kate Middleton's looks, even Kate's cancer video were downright cruel. And now he's the moral authority? Come on. People aren't buying it. And they shouldn't, because Boozy has no high ground to stand on. He cries conspiracy while spreading his own. When he said Kate's cancer video looked like North Korean propaganda, he destroyed his credibility. It's not just bad optics. It reveals a pattern. Distract from Meghan's scandals by creating fresh drama around others, and then there's the race card. Boozy plays it constantly. Anytime Meghan's questioned, he yells racism. But that's dangerous. Not all criticism is racial. Sometimes, it's about behavior. Meghan avoids hard questions. She spins stories. She blames others. If Boozy truly cared about race, he'd push Meghan to be honest, to lead by example. Instead, he throws tantrums on her behalf. That's not activism. That's spin. Let's be real. If Meghan had walked away from royalty quietly, None of this would have happened. People were excited for her. There was real goodwill. But what followed? Secrecy, drama, the Oprah interview, leaked letters, racism claims, followed by hairy backtracking. Then came Spare, a memoir so explosive, it made soap operas look subtle. This isn't a woman who wants privacy. This is a woman who wants narrative control. The moon bump theory isn't some wild tale. It's about unanswered questions. Meghan skipped traditions. Her birth was a mystery, even to palace insiders. When the palace put out delayed, messy statements, people noticed, not because they were cruel, but because it didn't make sense. Now we're told, asking questions is evil. It's the same playbook. Label critics as trolls. Cry racism. Avoid the real issue. Boozy isn't helping Meghan. He's making it worse. Every time he speaks, more people start looking again. Photos, videos, old interviews, and they ask, what if something's actually true? Because these stories don't spread from Reddit or dark blogs. They spread when defenders overreach and accidentally confirm the doubts they tried to shut down. Boozy wants you to think this is about love and royalty. But Meghan? She's not caught in the storm. She's been controlling the weather, from Oprah to Netflix to launching rosé wine on Princess Diana's birthday. Every move has been calculated. She says she hates the royal system, but clings to her Duchess title like a brand. When people notice the contradictions, they get called hateful. But most folks would have let her be if she hadn't kept putting herself at the center of every headline. The wine launch was the last straw. On Diana's birthday? Come on, Diana was loved because she earned it. She was selfless. She was real. Meghan? She uses Diana's memory like a sales pitch, and people hate that. Even the Invictus Games moment felt staged. Harry reportedly told the media before even emailing his father and brother. That's not peace. That's a trap. A setup for headlines. It's the same pattern. Start drama, control the narrative, play victim when it backfires. And people? They see it now. That's why the moon bump theory won't go away. It's not just about a bump. It's about everything that didn't add up. The silence, the secrets, the spin. And when Boozy comes back with emotion instead of evidence, he just pushes more people to dig deeper. Meghan could have told a different story, one built on honesty, grace, realness, but she didn't. She chose control, and control ends in backlash. The internet has receipts, and until those questions get answers, this isn't going away. Not because people are cruel, but because they're human. And humans don't like being lied to.